Hey guys, it's Randy here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at some landing gear. We're going to answer some of the more popular questions about it, which is, will it fit my RV and which one do I need? We're going to start by looking at, this is LG-2, but we're also going to speak about LG-1. Basically, those are going to be two different leg lengths of the exact same kit. Now, for those of you out there that have manual type landing gear, you can know how much of a pain that can be. Standing there cranking, the sun's beating down on you. I really like this as an upgrade option. You will have to install your switch, of course, because you don't already have one. But this is going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you energy. Basically, you reach in with one hand, hit a button, get it extended. The other hand's free for your favorite beverage. Figuring out which size you need is pretty easy. We're just basically going to need a measurement. On your current setup, there's going to be a weld stop here, and then if we look down, we've got one here. What we need to know is the measurement or the distance between those 2 points from the outside here to the outside here. Now you're either going to come up with 21 and a half. 21 and a half, you need LG-2. 17 and a half, you need LG-1. It's that simple, straightforward, and easy. Now outside of that, this kit is going to be a direct replacement for the Lippert, the Pack Rim, Ultra Fab, even the Venture model. These bolt right up. So you've got welded brackets that are on your fifth wheel right now. They have a bolt that comes through here. After this is fit around, that bolt just squeezes that bracket. That's what holds your landing gear in place. We'll have one on the bottom and of course two on the other side. So you pull that bolt out, remove some hardware, and you're able to completely remove these from your fifth wheel and completely replace them. So whether you're assembling a new fifth wheel, kind of rebuilding one, or if you've damaged these, sometimes these can get hung if you don't lift the legs up all the way. They'll get hung, they'll kind of twist back under the RV. You're just going to need a complete replacement for it. Something I like about this kit is by doing a complete replacement, we're eliminating any point that we might have a failure. This is our standard 5,500 RPM motor, so it's going to be just like your factory settings. We've got the transmission or the gearbox here, new landing gear with gears inside, all new shafts, and even new bolts here for your brackets so we can get those squeezed down properly. Now, of course, with your landing gear, we're not always going to be on level ground. The option that this one has, and I really like it, the legs can drop down independently. Right now we've got them extended about 5 inches, but we can extend those as much as 15 inches. So if we're on a little bit of an uneven surface, we'll bring this one down till it stops, put our pin in, bring that one down till it stops, put our pin in there. And then as our gear runs through its travel, it's going to push down evenly. So it keeps everything nice and level. I really like that. I think it's going to save you a lot of time with the blocks going side to side. Now the actual extension on the landing gear itself is 19 7/8. So we're getting 34 7/8 of an inch of total travel. And again, these holes are adjustable on 1 inch increments. Now you can see this does use a manual pin and clip. So we pull that out. We get our leg adjusted where we want it, and then we'll just slide our pin back in. Now there is a small upgrade for this, and I really like it. It's a spring pin. So basically when we get there, we pull the pin, the leg goes down to the ground. As we operate it, that spring pin is going to clip into the next available hole. So that's something to consider if you don't want to spend the time bent over kind of adjusting that. And you also see the large foot plate here. From front to back, that's going to be 8 inches, 5 to 5, side to side. It's pretty common when it comes to these sizes. One thing you can consider here, especially if you camp in softer ground areas, would be upgrading this to the 9-inch round foot plate. That's available on our website. It's just a simple pulling this pin, putting the new one in, putting the pin back in. So it can be a quick and easy way, especially in those softer situations, to save you some of that sinking that we get. Now for most of you guys out there, this is going to be a replacement. Either yours has broken, it doesn't work properly, or you've damaged it somehow. If that's the case, you probably are already going to have your switch set up. If it is stored in a propane tank type of area in one of those compartments, the switch that's going to come with this one is going to be non-sparking type of switch, so it's approved to be located in that tank area. If yours isn't, you've got a full wiring harness here. Of course, we're just making 2 connections here on the motor and then 1 to our battery. That is fuse protected, so if you need it, the switch is here. If you've already got one installed, this will wire directly up to it, so it's going to save you a little bit of that install time on that side. Now, as far as the overall capacity of this goes, each leg is going to give us 2,750 pounds of lifting power, so a total of 5,500. That covers the bases on most of our large fifth wheel campers out there. Also, the sturdy steel construction is really nice. Most of the time, this area, down to about here, somewhere in there, it's going to be up inside the RV, so it doesn't get exposed to the elements too much, but I do like the way they've coated it. Seems to be really nice and sturdy. The part that will be exposed more will be our inner tube on our leg, the outer tube on our leg, and our foot plate. And you can see that's got the clear zinc finish on it. Again, just to promote some corrosion resistance. Now, another thing I like about this kit is that it's going to come with your override handle. So if for some reason the batteries go dead, you're not going to be stuck there. Basically, we've got the shaft that's going to come right out from our motor. This will slide on and engage, and at that point we can raise and lower as we need to get on the road again. All in all, this is going to be a really good replacement solution. It can really be a headache when you get out there, your landing gear won't work. This gives us a complete replacement, so we won't have to worry about replacing one component just to have another one fail in the near future. Gives us an all-in-one solution. Just picking that right size, that's going to be the biggest deal. Just go out there and measure what you've got, get one that matches that. Whether you go with the 21.5 or the 17.5, they have the same length of travel, so it's not like you're losing anything there. All in all, in my opinion, he asked me, would this be the one you'd buy? Most definitely. I have no problem with it at all. I think it's going to do the job very, very well. You do have an option if you wanted to upgrade the speed slightly. You could go with an LG-3 or an LG-4. That gives us a slightly higher RPM motor, so that landing gear is going to come down a little more quickly and it's going to retract a little bit more quickly. But we're generally not in a big hurry when we're out camping, so that's kind of going to be on you. If you want it to be a little quicker, go that other route. I would definitely recommend those spring pins though. I really like just being able to reach down there and pull it, not spend a bunch of time bent over trying to get the holes lined up. So just something to consider, but I definitely recommend it. I think it's going to be a good replacement and solve a lot of problems fifth wheel campers generally have.